Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more My Next Life as a Villainess, starting Silva's route today. Are you excited? I'm excited. We're wrapping this up, getting to the end here. But anyway, I'm going to start skipping. So I opened up our thing, our save file 1, and we're going to skip through and get all the Silva shit. So gonna be a lot of skipping because I'm pretty sure we've chosen everything. Well, okay, that's not true because in the common route we did choose the wild types, but the game doesn't register that we chose it. I don't think. So this time we get to choose that. I'm assuming later, one of our other chapters. But yeah, wave at the shore. We're getting points with everyone right now. I'm excited. Because, it just means that I get to be in my throuple again with Rousy and Sylva. But, I'm just curious, what's really going to be the plot in his route. You know what I mean? Because, I feel like if they do the exact, listen, I get it. Like most games, there's one overarching plot and you get a little bit more information, things change. But I feel like at this point, we've gone through the Ryle Werder was trying to kidnap rich people with magic and sell them off because he hates magic. Okay. And then are we Sylva right now? Hold on a second. Yeah, I want to go back because that would have to be. Okay, we did this. And then who did we transition to? Rousy's not red. Oh, we're Set. Okay. I was like, who are we? Who's red? I couldn't remember. Okay, Set. Aha! Interesting. All right, Set's red. This location affords a fine position to observe the events occurring at the pool. From what I gather, the royal family of Sorcier is enjoying the pool with some of the other nobles. Can't help but chuckle, considering the fate that awaits them. They appear so innocent. I hear one of the noblewomen call the blonde girl Maria. So that must be Maria Campbell. She's known to have particularly powerful light magic. At a glance, she appears a sweet, beautiful girl. A commoner of 16 years, she should be an easy target to manipulate. Okay, so we're going for the... I was like, what angle are they going to go for? Okay. Luck is on my side. This plan will surely succeed. So many preparations have been made for this moment. We're heading back. Yes, sir. My right-hand man stands at attention as I turn to leave. For now, another matter requires my attention. Not a moment can be spared if my grand ambitions are to be realized. I will observe them to my heart's content, but all in due time. He didn't even laugh, but I figure he needed it. Now we're back to Katarina. Okay. Interesting. Because I'm like, what are we actually doing? Because we've already kind of gotten as much as we're going to get out of Ryle, right? Which is why then all of a sudden we jumped to Nicole's route just being a witch, and you're like, okay. And then Rousey's route was very, very, very heavy on the Set is evil, as opposed to he was like, okay, we know he's evil, but he only just pops in at the end and then gets beaten and what the fuck? You know what I mean? You knew. You knew, but we get more in-depth. Oh, cover it up. Oh, I love you, sweetie. Love you so much. But I'm gonna date our boyfriend in this one, okay? It's fine. But we did so much in Rousey's route with all of that and Set and the coup and all of that I just, what could we possibly do in Sylva's route? Without being okay, it's getting repetitive now. You know what I mean? Because, at least when we did, you did Marky Werder's involvement, and then the next time you had Liliana, which added a whole other factor to it. And you're like, okay, so we added something else here. We added a little more depth. I feel like we've gotten all the fucking depth we could possibly get out of the main plot line. So, like, very curious, you know? Anyway. I'll see you later, Rousy. Thanks for the gummies. So I'm assuming we're Rousy now because we're purple. I remember Rousy being purple, so.
Yeah, see you later. Katarina waves at me as she runs to the maid, calling her. I hold my breath until she's out of sight and then heave a deep sigh. What am I doing? Silva just told me not to approach her carelessly, otherwise I'll be discovered. Unfortunately, she didn't recognize me.
Oh, that's true. This is after the first time we met. You know, and actually, I like the fact that they didn't give you this little aside with Rousy beforehand. But I don't necessarily know if I love it right now because now I don't want to be in Rousy's head feeling about how much he loves Katarina because it's going to make me sad that I can't date him. Right. I know what I said. Okay. I have a hard time getting to it's okay. Right. We are dating both of them. We are going to marry the Duke and Silva is our boyfriend. It's the Duke, the Duchess, and their boyfriend. That's how it is. Okay. Yes. Right. Timelines are the same. Okay. Right. It's really hard because the games make it like, it's like, we're in this route. This is the timeline. We are only dating Silva. And it's like, no. But I want to date them both. I want to have my little man sandwich. So, like, I'm gonna have this. I just got to get my brain to think this way. My brain thinks this way, but when I'm playing the games, my brain goes into silo mentality. And I don't like that. I don't like it.
That's sad in itself. But it's better than ruining the plan.
It's also been 8 years, bro. You were like a teenage boy, like a young one, and now you're an adult. So, like, I'm just saying.
I have to assume that this is for the best. Well, I didn't think she'd really be on the ship. I only saw the Duke and Duchess's names on the invitation list, so I was genuinely surprised to see Katarina coming aboard. But there's no way I would mistake her for anyone else. She still wears the same innocent smile she had 8 years ago.
Stop fawning over her. It's going to make this harder.
When I heard her friends call her name, I became certain. Katarina Clays, the girl I've wanted to meet for such a long time, is on this ship. For the sake of the mission, I can't approach her carelessly. But I can't put her out of my mind, so I've observed her from the shadows. In the end, I couldn't help myself. It was that necklace. She seemed almost in a trance when she reached for it. They told me I had to stop her.
Yeah, because otherwise I might have gotten possessed by a witch. We know what happens.
I was a fool. I may have disguised myself, but she saw my face. If she were to find out what I'm trying to do, nothing good could come of her knowing who I really am. I finally reunited with the girl I've missed so much, yet I can never tell her of my feelings.
And, you know, telling us now makes this harder! Game! You should have put this in Rousy's route. It's like the Alan moment where he's, like, pining and, like, why was that not in Alan's route? Why was that, like, popping up in, like, Keith's route? Don't do this!
Friends, huh? She innocently called us friends, just because I gave her those sweets. So be it. I'll play the role of a friend for now and then vanish without her ever learning the truth.
It's gonna be a little hard when I'm dating Silva, but...
Well, that means I have to continue to hide my position from her. I'll have to continue to lie to her. Lying to such an innocent girl hurts my conscience. But no matter how heavily it weighs on my heart, I don't have a choice. I must do it. I think of the burden I must shoulder and take a deep breath. I strengthen my resolve to continue this lie.
Now we're Katarina, we're gonna get ready for the party. It's gonna get... Okay, I was like, I'm clicking skip and it's not skipping, like, what the fuck? But what color is... Silva really should have been purple, because... You know what I mean? Be ladylike. Yeah, Jordo's red. Keith was yellow, right? What color is I wonder if it was Silva gray? Wait a minute, I'm looking up, I'm popping up the yeah because okay the background on the guy the little picture of like Jordan and everything he's on a like red like background and then Rousy's background is like this purple color so that's their color. So Silva's gray, which is like background characters are gray. Why did they make they could have found another color anyway. Now I'm assuming Rousy because he's saying me and Silva, so and he's purple, so okay.
Hidden amidst the noise and bustle of the party, Sylva and I hustle quietly in the background.
Now this makes sense to have in this part, you know. But the other part with him pining, don't do it. You're making me sad, game. He's so adorable dressed as a waiter. Listen. When he is putting on his little Duke's not pirate outfit when we're freaking in the kingdom of Quid, that's sexy. That is beautiful. But like him dressed as a waiter is somehow adorable. Like look at his little face. You just want to pinch his little cheeks. You're like, look at you. I just want to smoosh his cheeks. You're so precious. It's going to be real interesting. Anyway.
How many of these are there? Silva's wearing a waiter uniform that he stole from the staff room. I was the one who called him here, but the vinculum departed before he could get off, so he's helping me with my work. He was supposed to stay standing by on the Sigrid, but due to our new situation, he's here with me. I'm glad he is too.
Yeah, okay, see, you definitely couldn't have done Silva's first because I mean, unless you knew all the answers. But like, I mean, we knew Rousy was like a lord or something. We knew he was rich. Okay, you knew. You knew he was hiding as an engineer, but this would have given too much away.
Well, there's just too many. We collected explosives from all over the ship and threw them overboard. We then carefully replaced them with fakes, making sure no one would suspect a thing.
And this ties back into what he said in his route. We thought we found them all, but you didn't.
Right. Is that everything? Not yet. According to the list I obtained, there should be some in the party hall, too. There's still more. And the nobles are all gathered there, too. Our best option is to slip into the crowd while it's still packed. Yeah. And by the way, is something on your mind? I guess, but it'll be fine.
Okay, look, Silva, no, this is what, I think this hurts me the most. We have gone through all these routes. We went through 4, where everybody is in love with you, and each time we had to forsake the other people we were interested in. Okay? Like, I feel like Nickel kind of hit it well, because he's just stoic cardboard, okay? So, like, I didn't feel as bad breaking his heart every single time, because he's very good at hiding his feelings. He kind of has to. Because the second he, like, doesn't have a cardboard face on, everybody swoons and dies. So, like, he's got his own problems, right? And, like, but, like, I don't know. You're like, oh, I kind of feel a little bad. I think I felt the worst for Jordo because we're his fiance, and he's like, yay! And then we're like, never mind, I'm leaving you for my brother. And he's like, oh. And then you're like, never mind, I'm leaving you for your brother. You know, and every single time we left him for somebody else. And, you know, you're like, ooh, that's gotta suck for him. So you feel a little guilty, but not too bad. Because you know everybody in your friend group is in love with you. This hurts, though. I don't like this. Because, like, I adore Rousy, and the fact that, like, when he's on the outside, and you're like, I know he's in love with her, but, like, you don't know his story, and he's not as, like, pertinent and around all the time fawning like everybody else is. It doesn't hurt. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. He's, you know, it's fine. But once you do his route, you're like, it sucks, though, because I know how desperately in love with Katarina he is. Silva knows how desperately in love with Katarina he is, and Silva's gonna take her away. And Silva's like this chick that he's never even met before. Ooh, that's so shady. Oh, it hurts me. Which is, again, why I have to mentally be like, we're dating both of them. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, you know, Rousy didn't anticipate that we were going to be in a love triangle. But it's not really a love triangle because, like, Silva falls in love with me, but I'm in love with Rousy and Silva. And Rousy's also in love with me, but maybe Silva and Rousy are in love with each other a little bit too. It's fine. So it's perfect. Okay. I have to do mental gymnastics so I don't feel awful, but I still feel awful knowing what's coming. Oh. 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 And it's only because I like Silva a lot too, so that's what hurts me most about it. If I wasn't into Silva, I'd be like, whatever, it's just fake, and then we're gonna never forsake you, Rousy. But I'm like, I'm actually gonna. And that hurts me. Guilt. Anyway.
I glance at the dummy explosive in my hand and then in the direction of the party. The Premier's from Quid, right? He's an engineer who rose to prominence alongside my grandfather. According to the information we got, he intends to sink the vinculum at the journey's end and destroy all evidence. Well, these explosives make it seem like he's ill-prepared.
You're right about that. Something seems off about the Premier using such simple explosives.
Yeah, I assume they'd be more elaborate, something timed, difficult to defuse. I don't like this.
But his folly is our gain.
Right. Well, I can't help but worry he's anticipated that someone would interfere.
They didn't give that away though, and okay, well, that's interesting. Slight twist. Because that wasn't really in like Rousey's like whole plan. You know, and well, like in Rousey's route, that didn't come up like, oh, I knew you would interfere. I mean,
Knowing him, he must have a few cards up his sleeve that no one else knows about.
kidnapping Maria.
Even if you're right, we can only deal with what we can see.
Yeah, well, that's why I need to hurry and find out what he's planning.
I don't think you have much time.
We look at each other and then at the party hall. We took every caution in preparing for this, but the Premier might still be yet another step ahead. I hear the sounds of laughter from the party. But thinking of her and her friends in there only amplifies my worries and impatience.
There's so many little Rousey moments and it hurts. But again, it really wouldn't make sense to have Rousey moments in his route because they don't want to give away who he is, and this kind of gives away a little bit, you know, like, oh, he's working with the pirates. Even if like say you did this route first, you'd be like, oh, he's definitely working with the pirates. I'm surprised that we didn't have a little Silva moment there with him in the party. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it. Like, I'm wondering if we'll get one when she sneaks out at night. Well, no, didn't she already do that? No, they don't. This is the first night, right? Okay, yeah, this part when she sneaks out and she goes to get food and then like she sees the glowing purple eye like Silva in the thing, because that was like the first time we played it. Silva didn't have a sprite for the waiter. You guys confirmed that. I'm not crazy. Thank you. You confirmed it a while ago, but I kind of just wasn't thinking about it to know. But like, so the first time we saw Silva as Katarina or recognized that was when she goes into the kitchen and sees the purple glowing eye and it's Silva, you know. Anyway, so the drink. The drink. Right, I didn't save, so the dance was Jordo, but the drink, because the drink is what Silva gave us, so yeah, there we go, we got a silver heart or silver flower. The pineapple drink was so good. The waiter said it was a pineapple grown specially in Quid. I wonder what kind of fruit they'll have tomorrow. Maybe they'll serve it again at tomorrow's party. Like a pineapple drink sounds so good. Either way, I want to eat my fill of that feast tomorrow. I didn't get to eat until I was satisfied today. Oh, we've already read this, so never mind. I don't know why I keep reading it. Did she not go? Did she not go? Oh, here we go. I was like, does she not? Yeah, she goes into the kitchen, and there's Silva. There's his eye, bonking her on the head. Back in her room. Surprised we don't get a Silva moment. I was really expecting a Silva aside moment in, like, at that point. Huh. Oh, Rousy. Stop showing up. You're so beautiful and I love you so much. Keith, don't be a little bitch in this route. Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume we don't ask. But, yeah, I'm, like, you know what I mean? Like, just... I feel bad. And now is our wild types. Okay. The wild types. Maybe it'd be the wild bad boy type. I say vaguely, and Sophia's eyes light up. I love the wild kind. They have this animalistic charm. It's wonderful. Don't have her voice down again for some reason. Whatever. Anyway. In Sophia's hand is a pirate-themed romance novel. She looks ecstatic. Yeah, you know, convenient that we said the wild bad boy types, and she's got a pirate novel, and that's, you know, correlating to the quote-unquote pirate who's not really a pirate, but we think he's a pirate. That's right. There are lots of those wild and unruly types who make aggressive approaches in romance novels. I mean, I kind of feel like Silva does fit like that type, so... But I guess the types that noble women are after don't really exist in reality. Well, the wild kind. How unexpected. I feel like we've read this before because we did it in the common realm, but I'm just gonna... We talk up a storm as we return the romance novels back to the shelves. Oh, no, that's true. Because we didn't save and start, it doesn't even count it. Which is weird. At this pace, we won't have time for the communal bath or the gallery lounge. I try to comfort Sophia, who wanted to stay longer before we leave to the library. Nope, wow. It is really like, no, bitch, you don't get to skip. Bye. It's interesting that even after we played through, when we started again to do Jordo's route, and then we started again in Keith's, and I was like, nah, I'm going to save. It doesn't count the common route stuff or the Jordo stuff that you chose as red options. It's like, you haven't read this before. It's like, yes, we have, though. Because in the common route, we chose the wild types. Because Silva wasn't unlocked. Violet, huh? That sounds familiar. Yes, in my dream. I think I've seen it in a dream. Yeah, you know what's funny about that? Like, it was in the kitchen when he smacked me upside the head. But no, it's like, in my dream. And he's like, yeah, that's right. That's right, I'll be the one in your dream. Yeah, you know. Saucy little minx. It must have been last night. Wait, was that even a dream? Maybe I was hallucinating out of hunger. Okay. But I mean, like, so anyway, I was just saying, it like seems odd that the choices you did make when then you load again, when you start again, doesn't count those as red choices. So like, odd. But anyway, now we're Keith. And actually that's the last choice, and now we're gonna get into, well, we might have like moments, but we don't have any more choices till we get to Silva's route, so. So now this is the party where everything bad happens. So we leave. We're wandering around. Okay, this feels different. Yep. Huh? Where am I? I wander the ship looking for the party hall. I feel like we're gonna run into Silva. This is bad. I'm completely lost. Yeah, you're like below decks. There's not a single person around, and I have no idea how to get back. I'm at a loss on what to do when I sense a presence behind a nearby door. Could it be a staff member? Maybe I can ask for directions. I feel a bit uneasy about just going and opening the door, but at this rate I'll never find my way back. Hesitantly, I put my hand on the door. Open the door, and there's Silva. Do we get a CG? No, we just get a storeroom. I was really hoping. Excuse me, I'd like to ask for directions. We do get a CG. Oh! Okay, game. The first. Okay, not the first. Actually, is this the first CG? Didn't we get one of him before? Maybe not, but like, seriously, the first CG we're gonna pop up, possibly of Silva, is his shirt open. Look at the scar in his chest. Oh, you poor baby. But also, like, look at this. You really are. Yo ho ho is right. Look at you. Oh my. You somehow I'm surprised, but also not surprised. He's surprised, and because he's changing from his waiter uniform into his pirate costume, I'm sure, and here he is just with his shirt completely unbuttoned, and I love this. This is a great CG. This is more than I could have hoped for. I'm so happy right now. Oh, and then they go further! Oh, he's got a lot of scars, that poor thing. Probably from when he was a street urchin. Oh, but like... God damn. They open the door to find a man right in the middle of changing clothes. Huh? Why is there someone changing here? At a glance, it looks like a supply room, not a dressing room. Wait, are those scars? I mean, we're probably gonna get the sad backstory. I mean, like, we saw, like, he was a street urchin that saved Rousy, but God knows how much abuse he faced before that, and that's probably where all those scars came from. And that's so sad. No. Protect him and pet him and love him and take care of him. Me and Rousy, it'll be fine. I like how he's just standing there like, just totally like, has no clue how to compute this. The moment I glance at the scars on his chest, he begins buttoning up the shirt he was slipping on. Yeah, because we're being lewd. We busted in and we're like staring at his chest. Girl! Eyes up top! But that's a unique outfit. I've never seen something like that in Sorcier. The shirt flows long and reminds me of an East Asian style from my previous life. I think it's the first time I've seen Asian clothes in my current lifetime. It is beautiful. Oh, speaking of, wasn't there a romance novel featuring this outfit in the library? Wait, if he's changing into an outfit from the story, does that mean this is cosplay? Did we say that out loud? We did say it out loud! Cosplay. His frown tells me that he's troubled by my words. Could it be that he was cosplaying in secret and is now feeling awkward that someone saw? It definitely could be. I mean, technically he is. He's cosplaying a pirate, right? So, like, that isn't actually wrong. And that's kind of funny. Of course, that's why he's making such an awkward expression. Oh, I love how derpy she is. It's cute. Oh, don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. Huh? I won't tell anyone about your secret hobby. It looks great on you. I think you should take pride in it. I flash a thumbs up, but the man just stares at me, bemused. And this is the moment Silva fell in love with her. Amazing. Huh? What is?
Nothing. If you're really misunderstanding, it's probably better to leave it at that.
Don't leave me. You know, I did never actually notice in his pirate costume that, yes, the vest, and, like, yeah, that is his shirt. So, like, his shirt does have, like, the long... Your shirt has a magician hem. Somewhat sexier now. He tightens his belt and finishes changing. Approaching me, he moves his face toward mine.
Actually, what are you doing here?
Wow. Ever heard of personal space? Seeing him up close, his good looks are apparent, despite his eye patch. He has an androgynous charm to him. But then he's not alone. I think I've grown a resistance to handsome faces. Heck, my little brother Keith was even that same type of seductive character.
It doesn't seem to be working. So I'll ask you again. What's a noblewoman doing browsing a supply room?
I like how he gets up like, what are you doing here? Turning on the charm, and we're like, so used to it. So many hot men around me, not even phased. I'm a little phased. Sir, just unbutton your shirt again. Let's go back to when your shirt was half on. I'm a little phased by that. His voice brings me back to my senses. That's right, I need to ask for directions. Well, I went to the restroom, but I got lost trying to get back to the party hall.
I see. So you're lost. That's perfect. I was headed that way anyway, so why don't you come with me?
Huh? Are you sure?
It's on the way. I'll take you there.
Wait, is he gonna stay dressed in that? He doesn't seem like a crew member. Does that mean he's another attendee? But attending the party like that would send shockwaves through the social world. If I were to do that, Keith would have my head and Mother would probably faint. This would be trouble for sure. think that outfit is wonderful, but are you really going to the party like that?
Oh, these are my work clothes.
Work clothes. And that means... I see! So you're an entertainer! Apologies for my rudeness. The look on his face right now is like... perfect for everything. He's like... girl's kind of an idiot. But like in a charming, adorable kind of way. Like it's not even like she's... she's derpy. But not in an, oh my fucking god, how can you be this stupid? Like, where it's aggravating, you're like, you are so dumb sometimes. But it's kind of charming. Like, you know she can function. Like, when she needs to do her taxes, bitch can do her taxes, but otherwise she's like, whatever! You know what I mean? Like, she's got brain cells in there. She just doesn't, they're on the back burner most of the time, unless they're necessary. And you know, I can vibe with that. Because, like, I have to use my brain cells at work, and there are times where I just don't want to fucking use them anymore, so I'm like, whatever. Food. Yeah. Pizza? Cool. He must be part of some dance or play that will serve as entertainment. That outfit's starting to make sense to me.
I am, huh?
What's going on?
Sorry. Right. You could say I'll be putting on an entertaining show.
So you are, then!
It might be a bit too stimulating for a lady like yourself, though.
Are you a stripper? Would be really funny if she was like, what are you, a stripper? Oh, now I get to be Silva.
Yeah. I had the door closed and was being as quiet as I could. How did she know I was there?
I like how it transitions to Silva, and then we still have question mark for his name, as if it didn't just transition into his thought and we saw his name at the top. Like,
somehow I've ended up having to take Katerina to the party myself. I have to sigh. Of all the times, this is just my luck. I scratched my head in thought, replaying the moment she entered in my mind.
Are we going to replay the shirt off CG? Because I'd like that.
It is my fault for getting distracted. Running through everything in my head, I hadn't noticed her presence at all.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask for directions.
Katerina Clays pushes open the door. She caught me at a bad time. What do I say here?
She caught me at a bad time. I don't know, it seemed to be a really great time to me, but...
If Katerina screams, the entire plan will be ruined. While I sweat for an excuse, Katerina looks at me dubiously. Does that mean this is cosplay? Cosplay. She says something unfamiliar and smiles, looking satisfied with herself.
Oh, don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
Huh?
I won't tell anyone about your secret hobby. It looks great on you. I think you should take pride in it.
Considering that baffling reaction, it was obvious that she's the very same noblewoman he never shuts up about.
This hurts! Oh, we were having a moment, Silva, and you had to make me think about Rousy and hurt my heart. Like, Rousy never shuts up about this woman and you're gonna steal her away? Oh. No, he's not gonna steal. He's just gonna be like, we're gonna have to share, and it's gonna be okay. Because Silva would never steal someone away from the man he loves. It's just, we're a happy throuple, okay?
He's told me what she's like, but it was still curious to meet her. Myself.
It does say it, not I, but well. Amazing. Huh? What is?
Nothing. If you're misunderstanding, it's probably better to leave it at that.
I was like, it's not clicking.
Actually, what are you doing here? I draw my face up to hers, but she just stares blankly back. She doesn't so much as avert her eyes. I don't mean to brag, but I'm quite a charmer with the ladies.
That's also why you got the whore voice. This is the flirty whore voice. That's why you got it, because...
Most women would have lost their composure by now.
I mean, I didn't... I lost my composure long before. It's when I walked in and you were shirtless, so...
Doesn't seem to be working. And not even the faintest sign of a blush. My charms have no effect on her. Or rather, she nods to herself about something. Part of it's probably because she's still immature, but considering how clear-headed she is, that can't be the only reason. There aren't too many women like her. What an interesting lady. So, I'll ask you again, but what's a noblewoman doing browsing a supply room? I clear my throat to change the mood and focus back on the conversation. And Katerina snaps to attention.
Well, I went to the restroom, but I got lost trying to get back to the party hall.
I see. So you're lost. That's perfect. I was headed that way anyway, so why don't you come with me?
Huh? Are you sure? It's really interesting that we're replaying the exact conversation. I mean, yes, we're getting a little bit in Silva's head, but I feel like the way they did this is just filler. You know what I mean? Okay, this is the conversation. Let's do the exact same one, but then throw in a couple of inside Silva's head thoughts. He could have kind of extrapolated all of these things, just with bits and pieces and not word for word the exact same. You know what I mean? Flashing back on it, she came in and this is what I was thinking. She said she was lost. I tried my job. He could have kind of paraphrased all of this with his thoughts mixed in without them going word for word. But I feel like them doing the word for word back and forth is very much a we needed something, so let's just do this as filler. I feel like it's doing a disservice to Silva. I don't want to say I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it, but I'm questionable. Don't do this to Silva. He deserves better. But if it's just one moment, then whatever. But I'm did we really need to do word for word everything? As long as I don't keep doing it, But anyway. Huh. Are you sure?
It's on the way. I'll take you there.
I think that outfit is wonderful, but are you really going to the party like that?
Oh, these are my work clothes. When I say that, Katerina smacks her fist on her palm, looking convinced of something.
I see. So you're an entertainer. Apologies for my rudeness.
She says something ridiculous again. I almost burst out laughing. I am, huh? She's as strange as I've heard. She's the embodiment of innocence. I wonder how she's going to react to what happens next. Well, that'll be interesting in its own right. I smile thinking about it, and Katerina looks confused. She really doesn't get it. Sorry. Right, you could say I'll be putting on an entertaining show.
So you are, then?
It might be a bit too stimulating for a lady like yourself, though. Her clueless face almost makes me laugh again.
Literally word for word, 100% the same thing. But anyway. Yay, now we get to romance our bastard. Oh, strange coincidence. Oh, Silva. I mean, I get actually why they made his... Listen, one of you guys was like, well, there's a reason why they made his color gray / silver, because his name is Silva. I get it. I get it now. It took me... So, okay, listen, I turned off my brain cells. Alright? Told you I identify with Katerina on occasion. I turned off my brain cells after work today. I used a lot of them.
Now that things are set, shall we go?
Yes, please. Ow! At that moment, I feel my hair being pulled. I look to see that my hair is tangled around the entertainer's button. Ow. Must have gotten tangled when he moved so close to me. I tried to get free by pulling it, but...
Hey! If you're not careful, it's just gonna get more tangled up.
Ow! Ow! Huh? I can't get it loose. How long is your hair and how close was he? And then he stepped away and you didn't notice? I pull some more, but the knot just gets tighter. I can't move. I'm stuck. My head is stuck. My head is stuck to the entertainer's chest.
That's why I told you to be careful. Now you've made the tangle even worse. Shh. I know what to do.
The entertainer guy brings his hand to the button with my hair around it, and he deftly tears it from his shirt. Huh? But isn't that your costume?
One button will hardly make a difference.
Now your costume won't match with the others anymore. I don't know what sideshow he's going to be in, but if one person's missing a button, that'll surely stand out. I look around my surroundings, wondering if there's anything I can do. Then I spot what looks like a sewing box on a nearby shelf. This is very awkward, but I kind of find it amusing. That's it! Huh? I grabbed the sewing box and turned to the entertainer. Take off that shirt, please.
No, I said it's fine as is. Aren't you a proper noble lady? Shouldn't you be more careful about your words?
Yeah, he's like getting all up. Hey, and we're like, anyway, and we're like, take off your shirt, and he's like, ah! And he's blushing a little about getting undressed in front of us. My words? Never mind that. I'll sew your button back on, so take off your vest and hand it to me, please. I sternly hold out my hand to the entertainer. Okay, so maybe it was not on his shirt, it was on his vest. He sighs in resignation, taking off the vest and handing it to me. I might not be the best, but I've practiced embroidery as part of etiquette training. I'm still a duke's daughter. I start sewing the button, giving it my all. 3 hours later, I mean, it takes like 5 minutes. Ugh, just a little more. I stab myself with a needle a few times, but the button's back in place. I confirm the button's firmly attached in its original location and cut the extra thread with snips. All right, done.
Yeah, thanks, but sorry, this has made me late.
Huh? Oh, right! He's an entertainer, so he must be scheduled to perform. His coworkers or the MC might be in trouble right now. I turn a bit pale after realizing this. Let's run! I'll apologize with you. No, I think we should go run. Let's be heathens and run. I was like, I'll apologize with... We know... Well, see, the thing is, I know he's not really an entertainer, so saying I'll apologize with you just seems silly, because we have no one to apologize to. So, like, running seems like the only logical knowing that what we know about Silva. That we... You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry! Let's hurry back to the party hall right now! Preparing to run, I begin to hike up my dress, but the entertainer grabs my arm.
Wait, hold on. A lady shouldn't do that.
But we have to run!
It'll be fine even if I'm a little late. A noblewoman shouldn't pull up her dress just for that.
Uh-huh. As far as I could tell, no one would see, so I thought it would be fine. Either way, we should be moving, not casually discussing it.
All right, let's go.
The entertainer urges me on, so we leave the room. You know, I could probably sew and walk at the same time. Don't I have pockets in my dress? As we reach the hall, another entertainer approaches us, looking nervous. Thank goodness you're here! Who's that?
Sorry about that. I had an unexpected delay. Of course, we'll proceed as planned.
Right! Entertainer A. It's fucking... I enter the party hall with the nice entertainer, and everyone immediately turns their attention to us. I knew this would happen. The cosplay really does stick out. Either way, I'm glad I made it back okay. I look around for the others and find them gathered together in a far corner. Their expressions are grave. For a moment they look relieved, but then they tense up again. Yeah, because they're like, oh, there's Katarina! Who the fuck is she with? They must have been worried because I was gone for such a long time. I feel bad about that. Sorry, everyone! I try to approach them, but for some reason the entertainer grabs my arm. As he pulls me back, he says, "Get another CG." We do! Look at him looking all devilish. 2 fucking CGs! Ah! We're gifted. Listen, nothing's gonna top that shirtless one, maybe.
And this is a takeover. If you lot don't want to drown in a sea of blood, you better listen good.
The moment the nice entertainer guy says that, a bunch of people dressed like pirates rush into the party hall from all sides. Huh? Hands up! You'll see no mercy if you resist! Don't move! Do as we tell you! This is part of the show, right? I try to get back to my friends, but because of his grasp on my arm, I can't move. Katarina! Lady Katarina!
Hey, don't move!
Oh, I don't know if that's supposed to be Silva or someone else.
My flint is the real deal.
We'll just pretend. Who knows? Doesn't matter who it is. I hear what sounds like a gunshot. Some plates on the table shatter, fragments flying in all directions. Could this be a real gun? I feel the floor shake beneath me, then more pirates climb in through the windows. party hall's in a commotion. I can only shake my head in confusion. Using a real gun for a prop seems like overdoing it.
I can't tell if this girl is just dense or a complete idiot.
I do get called dense pretty often.
You're a lady of high birth, aren't you? I thought that in a situation like this, you'd be a little more... I'll get caught up in your pace if I'm not careful.
He clears his throat and then steps forward, gun raised.
I'm Captain Silva of the Weiss Pirates. If you value your life, then put up your hands and get on your knees.
Sure. Alright. I mean, you didn't have to hold up a whole ship for the... Oh, never mind. Not what you meant. Come here for this shit, right? Pirates? As I stand restrained, I move a little to get a better look at the man who called himself Silva. You're telling me to kneel to you criminals?
Perhaps you didn't understand. Would you like me to beat the message into you?
Pirates. Speaking of pirates, I remember hearing something about them somewhere recently. Your dream and also the book. We always forget the book.
Seems like y'all finally decided to behave.
You lot, get over here! You better not even think about resisting. Please stop! The nobles are all being taken away by the pirates, one after another. This time Jordo and the others are being surrounded. You're coming with us too! Let her go!
Hey, do you understand the situation you're in? We're in control here. Your only choice is to obey. Well, you lot are rather valuable, so you'll be treated with care. Her included.
Silva pulls me closer, causing Jordo to bristle with anger. Oh, I love this. What do you intend to do with her? Shh. Jordo, that's not for your ears. You should not hear those things.
Hey now, you're scaring me. There are no idiots in our crew stupid enough to damage the merchandise. So don't worry. As long as you behave, we won't hurt you. You're a precious prey, after all.
You lot, with me! Come on, don't try anything funny. Lady Katerina! The others look at me worriedly as they're taken away by the pirates. They're gone. Where are you taking everyone?
Even now, you're as unflapped as ever.
Well, somehow he still feels like an entertainer. Just like before. I mean... She ain't wrong because he ain't really a pirate. Somehow I just can't take this seriously.
The prince and his lot will be kept in a room together. So long as they don't resist, nothing will happen to them. The problem is you.
Silva finally lets go of my arm, observing me carefully.
You may not have meant to, but you saw something you shouldn't have. It probably doesn't mean anything to you, but in the hands of that lot, it may well be a very different story.
I can't quite make sense of Silva's mumbling. Well, like seeing him change, because then she'd say, oh, I saw him changing, and, I thought he was an entertainer or whatever, and they're going to be like, why would a pirate be on the ship changing his clothes? But the thing is like, that doesn't make sense, because then it's like, well, because he was on the ship already. You know what I mean? That's the answer, but then they're going to go, why would a pirate captain already be on the ship? And maybe that's the weird thing. I don't understand. Does that mean there's something he doesn't want me to tell Jordo and the others? I'm not going to say anything, so can you let me stay with them? She's like, I also don't even know what you mean.
You probably don't even know what you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not 100% sure either. Maybe, but if you tell me what it is, I'll be sure to keep quiet about it.
I think I'll just keep you close.
Huh? What kind of conclusion is that? I'm okay with this. Stop biting me. For some reason, he doesn't trust me at all. At this rate, I'll be separated from Jordo and everyone else. In that case, I start to run in the direction everyone was taken, but Silva grabs me by the back of my dress.
I told you not to run. Fine then.
Whoa! I'm lifted lifted from the ground and placed upon Silva's right shoulder. Okay, I'm sorry. CG? Of this, please? Come on.
All right, let's go. No struggling.
I'm sorry, but like... It's a good thing Rousy isn't around, because then I don't feel guilty about how hard I'm fucking gonna swoon right now. You just chucked me over your fucking shoulder like a bag of fucking flour. What the fuck? I'm into this. Holy hell. God damn. And this is not just the pirate persona. This is literally like Silva being like fed up with your bullshit. He's like, I don't have time for your bullshit, girl. I gotta pretend to be a pirate here. He would, oh my god. Holy shit. No, wait, you're carrying me like this? I feel like a bag of rice. A log, maybe. I guess that makes sense. He is a pirate after all, but still! Oof. His shoulder is pressing into my stomach. I try to wiggle free, but all's in vain. In the end, I'm separated from my friends. I mean, that would have been a great CG to have. Instead of like the grabbing the arm with the gut, like that one, okay, great. But the slung over his shoulder would have been so much better. Silva takes me to one of the guest rooms. Look, he's bringing us to a romantic suite for us to hang out in together.
There we go. You're gonna be staying here.
Finally free! Because he was carrying me on his shoulder, all the blood had rushed to my head. I hobble into the room and look around. A bit different from the room I've been staying in. This room...
Sadly, we can't send you back to your old room. You'll have to settle for this one.
It's really weird that you can't go back to old... You know what I mean? Unless it's because there's so many guest rooms, right? And there's not as many... Like, we have room for 500 people, but there's only 100 people on board, so everybody was kind of spaced out, and then the pirates are kind of packing them into a smaller area. You know what I mean? So, like, we can't just keep them all spread out across 500 rooms. We're putting them into less rooms, so, like, Jordo and everybody gets put in... You know what I mean? But, like, to kind of, like, condense it a smaller area for them to have to patrol and watch. I guess that makes sense, because otherwise the putting people in different rooms doesn't make any sense at all. Like, we each had our own room, so putting us in a room all together makes sense, as opposed to 8 rooms, you're packing everyone into one. But it's a room that's like a suite with 2 bedrooms that have the perfect amount of bed, which I guess I'm not supposed to look at the logic of that, but anyway.
And the guest rooms on the ship all have baths and other facilities. It shouldn't be too tough on you day to day. And don't worry, we'll bring you food. Oh, and a change of clothes, too.
Uh-huh. Why, thank you.
Why are you thanking me? We're practically putting you on house arrest.
Oh, I thought she was being sarcastic. She's being nice. Okay. House arrest.
Yeah, the room will be guarded at all times, so you're not going anywhere. And this is where you'll be staying. Well, at least until the princes lot lose their tempers.
Huh? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said I won't take you to the princes lot, so temper your expectations.
Looks like this really isn't a show. I wouldn't have believed something like this could happen, but given the situation, sinking in that they're really real pirates. I wonder if Sophia, Maria, and Mary are alright. They're all so beautiful, I can't help but worry. Imagining one of the pirates coming onto them sends a shiver down my spine.
Oh, you feeling lonely without your prince? How about I accompany you to bed instead?
Wow, you're just working real fast. Okay. No, it's not that I'm lonely, just worried about them. But also, it does get cold, so if you could, yes, cuddle with me, please.
Not the reaction I was expecting.
You know that your boyfriend, brother, bestie, is in love with me, and you are trying so hard. Like, you were just like, I mean, he's not like legit flirting, like, oh, okay. But he's like, just throwing his charm out there, and he's like, it doesn't work on her. This is weird. And he's just going to keep doing it until we eventually fall in love with him, and then he's going to be like, whoops.
What does he mean by that? A girl your age should be more concerned, embarrassed, something like that. I'm a little worried about the kind of adult you'll grow up to be.
Adult? I'm 16, so I'm already an adult. I've made my debut into the social world, and I'm considered an adult in Sorcier. They must not live very long there. I pose proudly, but Silva just stares off into the distance.
All right. You're considered an adult at 15 in Sorcier. An adult, huh?
He sizes me up from top to bottom. I get the feeling he's making fun of me. Frankly, it makes me a little mad. And after he escorted me back to the hall and tore off his button for me, too, I thought he was a nice entertainer guy. No, he's a nice, sexy pirate.
Well, best of luck becoming a lovely lady.
He pats me on the head like a child.
I'll be going. You just stay here. I've told you already, but the room's under guard.
Silva then departs, leaving me here alone. A few hours pass. A pirate brings my possessions on Silva's orders. I'm glad to be free of the uncomfortable dress, but being unable to leave the room is getting to me. So we really got attacked by pirates. But what do pirates do? Drink a lot of rum. In romance novels or manga from my last life, the pirates would sell you off or demand ransom for your release, or romance you into bed. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And does that mean that's what's going to happen to us? The way things are going, this could be bad. Not only were we attacked by pirates, but I'm separated from the others. This is quickly becoming a worst-case scenario. There's even a chance I might never see them again. That is entirely possible. Are we going to have a little enclave? They might market me off in a foreign land. Imagining that, I feel my blood run cold. And Keith should still be in the infirmary because he's not feeling well. He might be all alone, too. I can't stay here. I must find the others. I grab the doorknob firmly and it won't open. The door's locked from the outside and it won't budge. In that case, ask for Silva, ask to leave. I feel like we should ask for Silva. I don't think we should ask to leave. Hell yeah. I mean, hi, it's Silva's route. Why wouldn't we ask for him? Excuse me, I want to talk with the captain. Huh? For what? If I could, I'd like to tell him directly. Well, I can't let you out, but we were told to be flexible with your requests. Hold on. Hey, I'll be right back. Yeah, sure. Oh, they actually accepted my request. I figured they'd refuse. This is unexpected. I hear one of the guards walk away. After a while, I heard more footsteps returning. He's like, she wanted to see you, and Silva's like, oh, fuck. I love the fact that we kind of slightly annoy him. Like, he's like trying to turn on his charm, and we're not even fazed by it, and he's like, huh. And then we're like, hey, can I do this? He's like, no. Can I? No. Can I? Jesus fucking Christ, will you simmer down, you labradoodle? Like, you know we're gonna kind of like pester him into loving us.
You called for me. What's wrong? Getting lonely already?
Well, I'm worried about everyone, so I want to go confirm that they're safe.
Sorry, but I can't allow that. But I'd be happy to spend the night, so behave, all right?
That's not what I meant. I continue to insist on meeting everyone, but he just limberly lifts me up and takes me on his shoulder again. I love this. Are you going to toss me on the bed? Because I'm here for this. Hey, what are you?
What? Not a fan?
I'm absolutely a fan. I don't think anyone would be. She has not met me. Jesus, girl, shut your mouth. Silva seems to be enjoying the sight of my flustered protests. Before I can argue any further, he plops me down on the bed and puts his arms on either side of me. I love this! I need a CG of this! Please, 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 game, please, game, please, please. Yes! Oh, dear God. Yes. We didn't get the throwing over the shoulder, but we got the, like, well, we're not exactly pinned to the bed, but still, look at his beautiful face. Okay, seriously, this is why I like the Rousy Silva man sandwich, okay? Because Rousy is just sweet and adorable and wholesome and wonderful and will just shower you with love and affection and pets and cuddles, and Silva is gonna, like, throw you on that bed and just ravage you. And you're just gonna be happy. It's amazing. It's the perfect balance. This is perfect. I love every second. God. I love my Duke and her boyfriend. It's just great. Seriously? Silva and Rousy and the combined route that I'm making it in my head is literally the Duke, the Duchess, and their boyfriend. Because, like, the amount of how much Rousy cares about Silva, you know he's a little too affectionate, and it's confusing for poor Silva. He doesn't know. He's like, am I bisexual? I don't know what's going on here. But maybe a little bit. You enjoy it when he hugs you, he pets you and tells you you're a good boy, and you're pretty. Like it. And anytime you do a good job, Rousy fawns over you because he's just a fawner. He fawns over everyone that he cares about. You know what I mean? That's part of his character. So, like, it's perfect. It's the best. It's the best little throuple ever. I'm gonna live here forever. Never gonna leave.
Be a good girl and go to sleep.
Only with you, sir. Well, and Rousy. Either one. Or both. Silva hovers his face before mine, still leaning over me. Ugh. And the way he's got our face in his hand. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, we really are pinned to the bed. Oh, yeah. I thought we were sitting up. No, we are just like pushed. Oh. Listen, Rousy didn't push me down on the bed, but Silva did, so I've got the perfect fucking balance of boyfriends here. Oh. He places his hand on my cheek. When I'm so close, it's impossible not to notice how attractive he is. I mean, seriously. Looks beautiful in the CG. But his face is too pretty for a pirate. He's lacking punch in the wild and unruly. He's lacking punch in the wild and unruly department. Because he's not really a pirate. So I like the fact that she's like, he's more like an entertainer and not really a pirate. He's too pretty to be a pirate. Have you ever seen pirates? I mean, true, they're usually a lot dirtier. Like, you know. When I think of a pirate captain, I imagine a beardy old creep with an obnoxious laugh. She's clearly never seen Pirates of the Caribbean in her past life. Although, you know, Jack Sparrow was a little grungy and a grungy drunkard. But it was still sexy. We still appreciate it. But to be fair, Silva is like he's squeaky clean and new at the job. He's like, I get to be a pirate. It's my first day. Because he's a little too squeaky clean and perfect. So she's not really wrong. As I continue to analyze Silva, he begins to laugh for some reason.
It seems like this face doesn't work on kids like you.
Works on me. But I'm not a kid. He pulls the blankets over me and pats them, treating me like a child again. Silva seems to be satisfied with tucking me in. He gets off the bed and leaves. See, girl, you just ruined everything for us. He's gone. Wait! Now's not the time to be sleeping! I have to think of a plan to meet up with everyone! I jump up from bed and look around for a way to escape. The window's a direct drop into the sea. That's out. In the manga or romance novels... I got it! Just climb into the vents or dig a hole in the wall with a fork or something. I'm confident I can escape using the knowledge from my past life. Girl. Oh, girl. She's not gonna be able to do it. Or so I thought, but anyway. We'll get to the or so I thought, but in the next part. So I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.